this is my man Richie Rich, Coach Babs, and welcome to the Think Strong, Be Strong channel. If it's your first time, welcome. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe button and share, and also please leave a comment. I really do appreciate the comments. If you're an avid listener, welcome back. Always appreciate when you turn up. I'm loving all the support that I get, and I'm loving all the comments and the actual feedback that I get sent to me through messaging. I also appreciate that. Real quick, just want to give a special thank you to the fact that my last video had 105 views and counting, like on a level that is the highest amount of views I've had on my videos since I've started doing this last year. So I know why it's that high, because it's thanks to all you guys, and I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate you. Please keep doing what you're doing, keep watching, keep sharing, keep inviting people to check it out, because you know what, I'm trying to reach the whole world. So with your help, my voice can be heard across the world. So without further ado, let's get started on our next chapter. Hey guys, welcome back. So I've titled this video "Stop Watering Dead Plants," and I think this video has been a long time coming, but that's because it's been a work in progress with the lessons and the work and the consistency that comes behind this this saying or this process. I'm gonna call it a process because everything in life is a process, and it's one of those common, I'm not even ashamed to say it, it's one of those common remarks I get told by close friends when something isn't going the way that I would love wholeheartedly for it to go. Yeah, that I'd love to go the way that I want wholeheartedly. Most times it's when it comes to relationships or somebody or a potential someone. Other times it used to be because of circles of friends that you kept or that I kept. And I was thinking about this topic, and I was walking my dog, and I was on the phone to my parents, and I was listening to them, but I was also thinking, because I didn't want to come home and then get caught up and forget to do this video. So I was thinking about everything, right? And this is such a beautiful thing. Like, I've always said this so many times, like whenever I do one of these, it just in my head, I don't rehearse this. So anyway, as I was walking, I was thinking about certain things, and I always remember this one thing that my dad always used to say: "You are the architect of your own life." So I always remember that. And some other few things were coming into my mind, and so I don't waste too much time in this section, let me just say this: we are so remarkable as people, as humans. We are architects in the way we shape our lives, in the way we plan for things to happen. We are CEOs in terms of what we decide goes and what we decide doesn't go in our life, and we're also gardeners, and we get to grow certain things or grow certain habits or grow certain cultures around. We water so many opportunities and so many potentials, just so that our life, our garden like life, just flourishes, and I believe sometimes that different aspects of our life require these different qualities. The architect, we're always the architect at the beginning. In our teenage years, we're the architects, we're planning things, right? And then we like to act like we should be, but we try to be the CEO. We try to say what runs and what doesn't run. But I think when it comes to the matters of the heart and the kind of people we keep in our lives, or um, the kind of scenarios we find ourselves in, um, we play the role of the gardener, the agriculturer, so much as we're just watering all these things and hoping they will flourish and grow into what we want them to be, right? And most times we know that what we are trying to put our time and our attention in, what we are watering, is dead, but we're still trying to water it, hoping to bring it to life, to revive it. But like plants, and I learned this the hard way when I first got my very first money plant, you can't water something that's dead. You're just drowning it. Like it's not coming back to life. Like I killed my first money plant because I overwatered it, for example. You understand? And I just thought, you know, if I just dried it out and then tried to water it again, it will revive. No, it's dead. It's gone. I had to bin it. It was an eyesore after a while. And if anything, it was constantly reminding me of the fact that I have got this wrong. And I think we do the same things. I know I did, and I know sometimes I do. Like where we are watering something that we know full well it's not going to produce what you want it to produce. If it's the easiest I think the most common one that we can all relate to is when you are talking to somebody that you're interested in and you are putting the time and the effort into this person and you are being a real one, or you are being all the things that they said they never had before, and you put in time, and just think of yourself as the watering can, right? And the different droplets of water are the different things you are putting into that person, and time again they have shown you that they that what you're putting into them, they are not using it to make anything grow. They're not using it for the benefit or the betterment of both of your plan that you thought you both had. That they are just taking it and doing nothing with it. But they are happily receiving, but they are not taking anything. And you will sit there, like I have on many occasions, and you will be frustrated and you will be annoyed. But then there'll be this little thing called hope that sits with you, and you'll think maybe today is the day when a bud will grow forth. And maybe a bud will grow and it will look like it will start to blossom, but then very quickly it will shrivel up and die simply because what you're watering is not meant to grow for you. It's that simple. Like it requires a different kind of agriculture, a different kind of farmer, a different kind of method. Like your method, it's not going to work. And you can't, there are different soils. I'm not a farmer, but I know that there are different soils and different habitats, and there's different environments that grow different things. Do you understand? And require different kinds of watering. And there are some things that you just have to uproot, like weeds, and get rid of. And it's hard, even with friends. Another one, are like friends. Like you have that friend who always lets you down, and you think that this will be the time when they may change, or they may see that the love, the time, the patience, the attention, the forgiveness you've been putting in, you've been pouring into this person, will finally cause them to change something in their mindset, and then cause another thing to grow and flourish and be like, yo, dude, or yo, for real, man, I appreciate you being patient for so long. Like, I've finally arrived. Like, not everybody will respond like the Chinese bamboo tree. And if you don't know the story of the Chinese bamboo tree, it takes 5 years. It takes like I think if I'm correct, it takes like a total of 6 years. 5 years, it grows downwards, and then or is it 4 years? It grows downwards, and then on the fifth year, it shoots up, and in a year, it shoots up. Like it's massive in a year. Do you understand? But for the first 4 years, it's growing its roots down before it emerges. Not everybody reciprocates the amount of love you pour into them, and the way you water them with who you are and how you are, and ideas and thoughts and help and attention and support. Not everybody grows like the Chinese bamboo tree. Some of them, they grow like weeds. They come out and they destroy. you know. And some of them, they know they're doing it, and some they're none the wiser. Do you understand? But the point is, it ain't on you to try and revive every single person or every single opportunity you come across. If you're putting everything you can in and it's not flourishing and it's not producing, then it's time to move on. Like even farmers do it. They will try to grow in a particular kind of soil, and if that soil ain't producing, it's bad soil. Or it just requires a different kind of touch that you don't have. And you can't sit there and just hog it. You have to move on. And that's been the hardest one for me to do, because I'm not gonna lie, man. I have faith. You know, if it comes to affairs of the heart, I'm a hopeless romantic. Um, when it comes to certain situations, you know, I can be quite stubborn and be like, nah, if somebody else can do it, I can do it too. But the point of the matter is, it's not whether if someone else can do it, you can do it too. It's not even a point of because you're a hopeless romantic. It's not even because of the fact of you don't turn your back on your friends. It's basically simply because of the fact of this is not producing for you. And we, as farmers, as agriculturers, as architects, as CEOs, as coaches, whatever we are in the business of making sure that whatever we do produces something that is going to be useful, either to you or to somebody else. So if it's not going to produce, you need to learn to cut your losses and move on. It can be painful. There is nothing more painful than you watering it. Somebody's you putting all this love and time into somebody, hoping that you're gonna get with them, hoping that they're gonna turn around one day and be like, "I'm gonna give you a shot." Trust me, I've been there. There's nothing worse than having that feeling, and then you walking away, and there's somebody else just swooping in, and then just taking what you put all your hard work into, and then enjoying it. That's fine, man. You know, it's a blessing, because maybe that person wasn't in the place, maybe they weren't equally yoked to you. Do you understand? Maybe they weren't meant for you, but you know what? You've contributed to helping them become somebody that they didn't even know they could become, and you know, letting them express something that they kind of writ off for themselves that they didn't even know they could do. So you know, even though you've stopped watering that plant, it doesn't mean it. You know, like I said, different farmers farm different things. So you know, it can be annoying. It can be hurtful. I've been on the annoying. I've been where it's annoyed me, and I've been where it's hurt me. You know, and there are some times when I struggle still to be like, yeah, but I know I should let it go. But what if what if today's the day something appears? What if today's the day something happens? What if today's the day? What if? And the joke is, what if isn't really a definite. It's a maybe. It's a possibility. And yes, there are some things in life where, you know, if you're consistent enough and you keep hitting it enough and you keep working hard at it, you could make something happen. There are, but then there are also things where you know full well nothing can grow in here. Like nothing is growing here. So why are you wasting your time and your resources? And with these resources, I'm talking about your emotions. I'm talking about those few minutes, or you know, those few minutes in the day that you direct to something or somebody. Like you know, they add up to hours. You could use it somewhere else that is going to benefit both parties equally. You know, um, money that you could put somewhere else. Like you know, we as people, we know. I mean, you know, your intuition tells you that this is a bust. And you know what? You will find most times when you stop watering these quote unquote dead plants, they will come and find you when they realize that the grass is not greener on the other side. When they realize that you have loving hands and a loving heart, and you have patience, and you do what you act with intention and not flimsy, you know, they will come and find you. But again, this is a lesson that I too am having to learn day in and day out, and it is the hardest one for me to learn so far. But I know once I nail this, then I am one step closer to becoming the person I'm supposed to be. Do you know what I mean? Um, when they come, try not to turn around and be the green fingers and be all up in there trying to water and save its life. Like, don't do it. It's hard, but you have to ask yourself, you quit this habit for a reason. Why? And look how long it took you to quit the habit. Do you think it's worth trying going back there again, knowing how hard it took you to quit it the first time? Like, is it worth it? All the drama, the struggle, the whatever you went through, if you cried every night, if you made like decisions to block or to avoid, or you took a different route, or you closed that business on purpose and you gave the keys away, or whatever you had to do, like, is it worth digging all that up again? Now, on the flip side, you may notice they may, if it's a person, they may turn around and say to you, I've changed at this, at that. It's not like that. I didn't understand before, but I understand now. If it's an job opportunity where they were like, oh, well, we weren't sure if we were in a whatever. Like, here's the thing, right? And again, this is something I've always been told. And, I'm not blind. It's actually a fact. But whatever is meant for you will make an effort to come for you. It will make the effort. Like, you don't need to try so hard. It will appear for you, and it will willingly ask you or willingly make itself readily available for you. It just will. It will almost look like it's too good to be true. If it's not for you, that's when you start putting in all the work and you get exasperated and you get tired, and you will get bags under your eyes, and you will have your hair falling out, or you will find yourself losing weight, or you will find yourself gaining weight, or whatever. You will find yourself doing some subconsciously self-destructing things just because you feel like you mugged yourself off. You are an expensive person. What you have is priceless. Who you are is priceless. What you do, nobody else can do. So you want to really be careful how much of who you are you pour into somebody else or something else or somewhere else, knowing that it's not going to flourish. Like, if you know it ain't gonna flourish and you know it ain't gonna grow, don't do it. And what you cultivate now, habits wise, or lifestyle wise, or choice wise, is what you pass on to those around you. Like, you attract who you are, what you do, and what you think about most. So, you will find that similar-minded people will flock around you, and you end up pouring into them, and they will end up pouring into you, and you are watering each other's success, each other's happiness, each other's love, each other's wants and desires that are equally yoked with yours. And guess what? Everybody's flourishing, and the garden looks beautiful. So, those are my words. I hope I made sense. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a comment in the box below, or drop me a message on my social media. Most people follow me at The Life of Richie Rich on Instagram. Drop me a message. But anyway, like I always say, live your life one step, one rep at a time. Think strong, be strong. And remember, impossible is nothing. Peace.